Hi, wonderful.
We are so glad to see you all. I am Stacy from Masterpiece Jewelers in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I am joined by my sister Tracy.
Hi, so glad to have you here. I was just outside a few minutes ago and I said, how can Florida be so cool in the evening?
It's actually a beautiful afternoon.
It is.
And evening. Yeah, I agree. I don't know how heaven help the rest of the country. They are really having heat. I mean, it's just a terrible heat wave out there.
Absolutely. That's why I was like, how is it possible that we're experiencing this cool weather? You know, we're farther south, but.
Well, you know how we love the ice cream place in the shores.
Oh, no.
Cherry Hill Ice Cream Cafe.
I didn't know anything about this. I promise. I want to hear what's going on. Okay.
That's funny. Well, after I had, I met my friends, not for karaoke, at the Cherry Hill Ice Cream place, and I came from the mainland over the beach side to the shores, and there was a 6-degree temperature difference beach side versus mainland. So you can see why people want to live there.
Yeah.
That's a significant difference.
Yes, and especially just think when you didn't have air conditioning. I mean, like in the 50s and 40s.
That's right.
The difference it was.
Yes. So we are very lucky to live in Florida. And by the way, don't tell anyone about how great Florida is. Okay, because we have too many people moving here. And I'm soon going to be celebrating my 50th year of living here. And that's amazing.
I think we've hit it.
Oh, have we? That's right. Yeah. 51.
Yep. Now we're headed to the 51. Yeah.
We're heading. Oh boy, it's a lot.
Oh,
it's a lot. So we are glad to have you all here with us tonight. And Tracy is going to be custom designing a piece of jewelry from scratch while we all watch. And I want to show folks what they're going to win tonight. If they are a winner during the giveaway that we have, and also how they can register to win.
Great. And I got it up a little late on Facebook, but it finally did get up.
Well, we are, of course, going to look weird because it's going to come up, one day. I'll be professional enough to change this.
Wonder which way I should go. Middle.
It's just odd, though. All right. So here is what someone is going to win today. This is rose vermeil, so that is rose gold over sterling silver, and it is valued at $100, right, Trey?
Over $100.
Over $100. Okay, very good. So that is our giveaway tonight. And then, hold please. Got a little clicky there. And so let's go ahead and talk about how you can possibly win that tonight. So what you're going to do is share this live event right now to your own Facebook page. And then you're going to comment shared in the comments section right now during this live event. That will automatically get you one entry into the drawing tonight. And we will give away that $100 necklace before the end of the show. So before 8 o'clock tonight, someone will own a new piece of $100 jewelry. Now, if you'd like to increase your odds, you can tag your Facebook friends in the comments section, and we will give you an extra entry for each person that you tag, up to 10 additional entries. Now, we also want to remind you that the Publix in our shopping center is being remodeled. And so it actually is completely and absolutely to the ground right now. The picture you sent me yesterday was amazing, Trey.
Oh, it is.
So we are very excited. We are getting a new upscale Publix, and it will be having its grand opening in spring of 2023. So when you come to our shopping center, don't freak out. The Publix hasn't left. It is coming back with an even more upscale look. So, all right. I always want to remind people of that. Now I have this little girl who has decided, and why she doesn't look at the camera. Come on, Trix. Aww. Someone, love you, baby. Someone needs a haircut, but we won't mention. I went and got my hair cut on Monday, but did Trixie get hers done? No.
No, because
Poor
she's
thing.
very special and cannot go to a groomer.
That's right. She is special that way. So Tracy cuts her hair.
Yeah.
And we're ready for that.
We're a little
now.
behind, yes.
That's right. We're ready for that right now. All right. So a reminder also that we do buy and trade jewelry, your unwanted jewelry. And quite often, folks go ahead and trade unwanted jewelry toward their custom designs. So that's why I wanted to tell you about it this evening. And we buy and trade all kinds of different jewelry items and some non-jewelry items. And so we encourage you to make an appointment so we can set aside time just for you. And you can look at our website at tracyandstacy.com and see this same list plus some testimonials and other information about selling or trading your unwanted jewelry. And by the way, trading gives you an even higher value for your unwanted jewelry. So let's see, Trey, are you ready, or should I tell people about what's going on next week, or should you just go ahead and go into?
Let's go ahead and start.
All right, let's go. So we will add Tracy's screen to the screen.
Okay, so we are going to go into Counter Sketch, which is the program that I design with. I thought what would be fun is to do something they call an open stacking ring.
Yes.
And once we get started, you'll all say, oh, yes, I've seen that before. So let's go ahead and start. A number of celebrities through this last year have done those stacking, those open rings. Or it's like a 2-stone ring, but not really. I mean,
it doesn't have to symbolize anything, right?
Right. It
can
use 2 stones or more, but the ones we're going to use and the ones I've seen mostly are 2 stones. So that's what we're going to go ahead and work with today. So I went in and got a shank, which is this piece right here. And this one has diamonds on the shank right now, but we can remove those. I love this particular shank because of all the things that we can do with it. You can have diamonds further down. You could have less diamonds or no diamonds at all. You can also change the shape of this. So right now we've got this shape over here, but we could make it a little more pointed at the top. If we just click this. Oh, never mind. It's pointed at the bottom. There we go. It's a little more pointed at the bottom.
Right.
But we will go ahead and go back to what we were at. There we go. Sometimes it's good if we just read what it does. Here's the top. So let me show you that same thing up at the top. It should make those diamonds stand up a little bit more. Here we go. Yep. See how they're now more on they're
right on the surface of the shank instead of sunken into it.
Right. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're right up to the top of the shank. I'm going to go back to what we were at, but I just wanted you to see some of the different things you can do with this particular shank. It's just amazing. This one is more of a channel set.
Yes, I see that.
Oops. Yeah, a little bit more of a square channel set. And let's go back to the original, which is this one right here. And that's like a medium one in between. I'm going to put one more on the all round band and see what that looks like. People have really liked the all round band where it's really round inside.
Yes.
So that's another option. But we're going to go back to the original one we started with, which is nice and easy to work with. And we're going to go ahead and make the bridge in the middle here a little bit larger. So let's go ahead and let's see. There we go right there. We're going to the profile position. We're going to make that a little wider. Oops, I bet I went the wrong way.
Oh.
Sure did. It's always that way. Okay, so we're going to go the other wider.
The other wider.
Just get it right about like that. And see how this has a little pinch at the end? We're going to go ahead and make that not quite so pronounced. So let's go ahead and find the pinch position profile.
Wow.
So let's see if this is it. I think not. So let's see what this does.
Oh,
That's interesting. But I'm going to go back because that isn't exactly what I'm looking for right now. But I will go ahead and do the width. That's really what I'm trying to do at this point. And we'll make it about 1 millimeter. And as you can see, this is a little wider right here. Let's go ahead and bring in a couple of stones. Now, what I was thinking about when I was doing this today is how so many people, and I meet people every day that have a lot of different stones at home that they've inherited, or they were just given, like maybe some old friendship rings or promise rings, that they don't know what to do with their spare diamonds or gemstones. It doesn't necessarily have to be diamonds.
And it actually sounds comical, but it is a thing.
Yeah, they're just sitting around in their jewelry boxes. And it seems a shame if you have a nice little stone to not do something with it. Of course, you
Yes.
don't have to. You could just leave it there and look at it. I mean, stones have been used like that.
That's
I have plenty that I just love to look at
right.
that aren't set. But if you like jewelry and you are saying, I really want to use those, this might be a way to use it and
I
use a
love
couple
this.
of them up, and they don't even have to be matching sizes or shapes. So I'm going to take this one down. Actually, I'm going to make this one become more of a baguette style, which could be like an elongated emerald. And you know my feelings about those V shapes.
That's right.
At the ends, I don't know why. I'm embarrassed.
Because they're huge.
They are. I'm going to take those off so it's much more sleek looking. And we are going to bring this up to the top of the ring. And what's so nice right now, I don't know if you all can see it, but it's got a nice rounded shape. The bottom of that setting has a rounded shape to it right now. And I really love that. So we're going to bring it over to one side, unlike most of the times when we put it right in the center. And we're going to turn it a little bit so that it's following the shape of the ring. They call that the ring rail, really. Okay, and just itself looking like that is really pretty. I mean, it just, you can already start seeing how it's beginning to look different. Let's go ahead and make that just a little smaller. There we go. And let's bring it over onto the shank a little bit more. And I can see this is a good time to do that one I accidentally hit about the pinch. So we might do that so we can add the diamonds back up a little closer to the stone that we have there. So now let's go ahead and add another stone. A nice way to do that without having to go back out into the parts is just to duplicate this particular one. And the fun thing about this design of a ring is you don't have to use the same exact style. So even though this is getting duplicated, we're going to go ahead and put a cushion square on the other side. And
love it.
Yeah, I like it too. So right now, I don't know if you can see it. There's two stones on top of one. You couldn't see it when it was a emerald cut. I mean, a baguette, but you can when it's a round, which
You surely can.
or a rounder stone. Let's bring that on over to the side and give it a little twist. Pull it down. Let's get that more in position because we don't want that to not be going around the rail. There we go. Let's see how that looks from the top. Maybe even pull it over just a little bit more and see, you can see where the name comes from, an open stacking ring. It has a nice open gap there. Let's put it on a hand so we can get a good idea of what that looks like.
I would love that because I'm not sure about the proportions of it. Yes, that makes such a difference seeing it on the hand.
Yeah. So that really is cute. We could make them closer together, or I wouldn't go any further apart. This is about as far as I would go, but it really makes a darling ring. I would love to have a ring like that.
I would too. That's such a modern look.
It is. And just think, you could have these stones around your house right now and be wondering, what could I do with that? Or maybe this will prompt you to think, oh, I remember those stones that Grandma gave me, or I saw my husband gave me, that he gave me two of the same style, or or I have like 4 different diamond necklaces. I need to do something with a couple of them so I can wear all the stones. So that is an idea right there. Let me
And
go ahead.
Cindy would like to say, save soon.
Oh, thank you, Cindy.
Good job,
And I will
Cindy.
go ahead and do that. Let me remove
Not
the hand.
thinking.
And hopefully that won't cause the thing to lose it, but
That's
it did
right.
not. So let's go ahead and save.
Turn, school bus, turn.
I know that does look like a school bus.
Thank you, Cindy.
Okay, so another thing with this is we can have different colored stones. So one of the ones I saw would be a peridot, which is coming up. That's the next birth month, which is August. And it
That's
was
right.
2 peridot. And I thought how pretty that was. Let me apply that. And if you did peridot,
Peridot.
you're right, a peridot, you might want to go ahead and put this in like a yellow gold. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah.
Yes,
And
love.
let's actually make the prongs yellow too.
Love it.
Yeah. And again, what an amazingly different look.
It is. Just changing the color of the stones and the color of the gold really gives an entirely different look.
It does.
So this ring shape is stackable with other rings.
That's why they call it a stacking ring, I guess.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I wouldn't know necessarily that it was, but I like it no matter what it is.
That's right.
Mhm.
Even if you really right now we can stack anything because that is the style and I love it. Teresa's collection of stacking rings that she wears are quite they're just beautiful.
They
so
are
delicate and beautiful on her hands.
Absolutely. She has very good hands for rings.
She does, and very petite hands too. And I don't even think she's on here.
I don't
to hear
either.
all this carrying on.
I don't either.
So now, Trey, this is in the realm of things that you have made. This is actually a pretty simple design compared to other things you have made, like
Mm-hmm.
Mr. and Mrs. Warford's spectacular boat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so forth.
Absolutely. Fun piece.
Yes, very much so. But this gives you so much flexibility too for designs, because really, if you think about it, all the different folks who are in the audience right now, most of you probably have at least one diamond that is not doing anything. It might have been the first diamond you got engaged with, and you're at your 30th anniversary now, but it's still so special to you.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to get rid of it, but it's
No.
something that you love to be wearing again.
That's exactly right. So this is such a good way to do that, and then you get it out and being worn again.
I agree.
And I see Irene says that she is picking up a resized stacking ring tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic. Yep, I know which one it is too.
I bet you do.
Uh-huh. Yep, I've had to do all of Teresa's jobs this week, so I've been looking at everything and checking it. That's what Teresa usually does, but
Yeah.
I've been doing it. Okay, here it is with a couple different stones.
I love the way you pointed that pear shape, Trey.
I liked it that way too. I thought that was a
Yes.
little bit different. In a minute, we're going to see it in a completely different look.
Ooh, we are?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that has a little bit of an opening, which is something that is very modern right now.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really made any rings like this yet, but I can see it coming down the pike. I've had people starting to look at them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and take a little shot of that one. And going away from this design, I'm going to go with something that has the 2 stones right together and a little plainer band. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our band. I think we'll start there. Remove the diamonds. And as you can see, there they are. And now we are going to remove them, which gives a much plainer, more casual look, really.
Yeah, I like that too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you could even bezel set these if you wanted.
Oh, that would be neat as well, Trey.
They would. And right now I'm going to go ahead and take and move this one into more of a, actually, let's do this. Let's take this here, get a little closer so everybody can see. Put the grid on, and let's go ahead and move that up and down. Actually, to the side a little bit. And let's move it over and push it up. So we're starting to get it more in the center. I know we're going to have to adjust it from the side. This one, let's go ahead and do an emerald cut.
Oh, well, why not? If we can do anything, let's do an emerald cut.
Why not? And we're going to move it a little closer so they're going to be really next to each other. I'm going to have to do this at this point. Just get a little closer there. And oh my, he's floating. You think does anybody think that's going to stay on your finger? I don't think so.
That is going to fall right through. And although that was very obvious, after you leave your design appointment, that's when the real work begins for Trey. Can I help you? Is there a problem?
Well, maybe my computer plug is having a problem. I might be starting to lose. No, it's charging now. Must have been disconnected somewhere.
Yeah.
I just squeezed everything together. Sorry about that, everyone.
Good job seeing that.
Yeah, because it was plugged in. It just was not charging.
So after you leave your design appointment, that's when Tracy goes over the entire design with a fine-tooth comb, making sure everywhere that it needs to be touching, it's touching. All the proportions are right, that things are symmetrical or lined up correctly. And this can take anywhere from 3 hours to 3 days, depending on the project. So it's quite involved.
Yes, that's absolutely right. I generally wouldn't have left you, though, with one sticking up in the air. Just to tell you, we do not leave you like that.
No, but that's an obvious one.
Mm-hmm. These we probably line up exactly when you left versus while you were there.
Right, because some things are just boring sitting there while it gets tweaked.
Exactly.
Within, tenths or hundredths of millimeters.
So we're going to make this one a little bigger. And this one just a little smaller. Because I'm copying from a picture right now. A picture I drew that looked very nice.
Oh, a picture that you drew. All right, that was good that you said that.
Okay, let me just line it up again. And the reason I did this is so they had a place that was nice to touch. And that way they could, it looks nice not being absolutely straight.
It does.
Okay, one more time. And as you can see, one is much taller than the other, and that just doesn't look good. So we're going to go ahead and make it the one a little bit shorter. And now we're starting to look like they belong together. Yeah. So that is looking really pretty. And let's do that one in the rose gold. What do you think?
I like it. So now the one diamond isn't under the other diamond.
Well, if it is, that would be corrected.
Yes. Okay. Very good. There. Okay. Thank you. It didn't really matter. I just couldn't stand it.
Well, no, that's the way, it should not be that way. So there we go. Let's render this one because honestly,
yes,
unless it's rendered, I don't know that we'll be able to see it perfectly. So let's see how that comes out. I love when they pop up and the old ones are on there.
I do too.
It just gives you a whole different feel.
And it makes you say like, oh, I forgot how pretty that was.
Yeah, so that just is very fresh. I just love rose gold. And for some reason, I have started calling it pink gold.
Yes, well, it's either one, Trey.
I know it is, but for some reason, the pink it's so just feminine.
Maybe it's more in the zeitgeist. Maybe people are using the word pink gold more.
Maybe they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me
So now can you stack a couple band
there we go.
Rings on either side?
You can, definitely.
Can you, the person who is designing this right now in front of us, do that?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Sure we can, Stacy.
Not if you don't have to.
Oh, no.
If you have another thing that you're going on to.
Well, we have enough time, so we will not even think about that.
All right.
So because it's an unusual shape, we would have to do a little bit moving around probably to make it perfect. But let's just see what we've got here.
And Trey, don't let me derail you. Seriously, I know you can do it. If you're going on to something else, just go ahead and go on to that.
Okay. Okay, we'll just bring
I was
this
trying
out.
to be helpful.
That is okay. We'll just bring this out. But I'd probably have to do a little bit more planning just to let
Yes.
you know.
Right, because
But
we
we'll
want
see
them to
how this
snug up to each other.
Yeah, we do a little bit more to it. Not bad for a first try.
That's awesome. I know they're sort of melding together there, but that was a great choice.
Yeah, that's a
Look
pretty
at that.
good choice. And the rings, people are not actually bringing the bands completely up. You'll see a lot of bands that have gaps now.
That's exactly right.
Purposeful gaps, we'll say.
Yes, because they want it adds interest with the different rings. They are each different.
Let's say you could do this if you wanted. You could have maybe a pink. And then like the other one could be just like a rhodolite, wherever you are, rhodolite.
Oh, and Diane Sherman said very pretty.
We need to apply that. Oh, thank you, Diane. Oh, I see that one looks like it was trying to turn. Yeah, so isn't that a pretty ring?
Okay, that is beautiful. That is a romantic ring with the pink and red.
It is.
And then the pink gold.
I have to tell you, I do.
So
I am
pretty.
in love with pink. Pink, and I don't know why, but pink makes me so happy.
Oh, that I did not know that. I'm learning something, folks.
Yeah, and you know my favorite color is yellow.
Yeah.
So I did not know, but in jewelry, pink is one of my favorites. And then this one, I do like both these colors together really well.
I do too. Is that a rhodolite?
It's a rhodolite and it's a pink spinel. It doesn't have to be a pink spinel, which is a natural stone. It could be a pink ice, which would be beautiful, or it could be a
pink topaz.
Oh, a pink topaz would be gorgeous. Yeah.
And Cindy says, "Safe soon."
Okay, thank you, Cindy.
I appreciate that a lot.
Absolutely. Okay, so let me go on to the ring that I was planning before Stacy rudely. No, I'm just joking. I'm completely
before
joking.
Little sister, my pesky little sister, decided to make a whole show about her.
No. So let me go out and we'll start fresh. Do I want to save this in a temporary file? That is where it is. Let's say no. And it's going to just disappear, I guess. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was going to change it to a different name. Oh, well.
Well, we all got to enjoy it for the moment.
We did. It was fleeting.
And Terry says, really nice. And Diane says, love the colors.
Oh, thank you, Diane. So,
all right, so we're on to our next project here.
We are. And so I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm hoping this is going to work well for us. I think it will.
That's a neat one.
Yeah, this is a neat one. And what I really like about this is one of those shanks we can mix and match. So we will go ahead and take one side off. And I want it to be the other side. So let's see. I think I can do that. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted it to go down. It didn't matter which one it was, but that's where I wanted it to go. Let's see what else is available on here. I'm just adding more diamonds and taking diamonds off. The profile width, the height, the top width, the spread, so we can make it taller or shorter. The spans in the middle more or less. And so what I'd like to do is go ahead and bring another one of these in. So we'll just go back out and grab another one of these and see if that is the best way to do it. So we're going to work with the same piece. And there's a lot of different ways to do what I'm doing right now. This is just what I was thinking might be the best way. So we have taken one side off. So right now, this is the piece we added on. Flip left and right. Okay, I think that will work. Let's go ahead and,
What?
I know, but
Love it.
Stacy, it's completely turning.
Love
Whoops.
it. Hold on.
When
we
it
are
gets-
seeing some gymnastics.
Well, when it goes bad, it goes very bad. I mean, it's heavy lifting moving a ring like that.
Are you?
Okay, so that's starting to look the way I want it.
And Rick had a question, Trey.
Yes,
With
right.
the open gap, you could have a solitary marquee that would sit on the top of the stone in the gap. That's what I thought too. That point of the marquee could come not
Yes.
all the way into the gap, but just kind of pointing into it.
Yeah,
In a
absolutely.
stacking ring.
Absolutely.
Stacking another one up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is really, that would be very neat looking.
Okay, it's going the wrong
We
way.
almost got a mermaid tail going, people.
There we go. One more time.
All right.
Can't grab it. There we go. And one more. And let's do the same with the other. Yep, I'm on the other one. Okay. There we go. I wanted a little width in there. And let's go ahead and bring in a couple more stones. I'm going to bring in 2 pear shapes.
Hair has been really hot.
It has.
Yep.
It really has. Let's go ahead and bring this little guy in. And I know I go for this particular setting a lot. It just really has so many,
Like variables.
so much
right?
versatility. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move this to the top so we get it up there right. And let's go ahead and put it into the, let's get it so we can move it now. Actually, that is cute. If you pulled that down, it would be darling.
Very cute.
Let me just do it so you can see what I'm talking about. If you just had, right now, chevrons are very popular.
They are.
You know, you could adjust it more, but that would be really cute.
That is very cute.
But let me go ahead and bring in a pear shape.
And chevrons look great on any hand.
That's very true. Okay, so let's get a little closer. We can all see my next step.
Yeah.
Remove that V shape, which is so helpful so many times. Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, if you're going to make an engagement ring for a biker gang member.
It's so not true. Okay, and I'm going to take this down in height a little bit. Where are you, height? It's right here, right before my very eyes. There we go. Maybe a little bit more height because we want this to be a bit more dramatic. We're going to make it a little bit larger. I'm going to make it a 2 carat.
Oh, why not? Or 12 carat, whatever.
Oh, it's getting big.
It is.
Yeah, that's good. And we're going to push that up and pull it over a little bit. And then we're going to duplicate that. Actually, push that up just a little bit more and duplicate it. And give it a little turn. And pull it on out. And this one, we're going to make an emerald.
Oh, I like where this is going. That is gorgeous just by itself.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
So we're going to pull these out a little bit. And this one we're going to turn a little bit more and pull it down. Oh no, I've turned it to stone. I mean, I've turned it to metal.
Is
Look
that
at
what
that.
happened?
Yeah.
Suddenly it had a different color.
There we go. If I find if I just go back, we get back into position again.
You just take a breath and I'm like, okay.
So as you can see down here, these are, I would like those to be pointed. I can't do that right this minute with the program. But that is something that I would work on when you were gone. I'd have that. So it's more delicate here. To me, that should be coming down to more of a point. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this piece here and bring it up. Let's see, duplicate. There we go.
And Irene says, striking design and color. This is spectacular, Trey.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Irene, and thank you, Stacy. Okay, let's go ahead. This is the piece I want to be on here. Okay, and I'm just going to push that up a little bit. So we have 2 bands on one side. But doing that, we have to adjust it in the back. So I'm just trying to get there. And yes, you can get there from here. It's just a matter of getting it there. Excuse me. Okay, let's turn this down and pull that in. And let's see what we've got going on at the top. There we go. So now you've got it all in the back. Of course, that would be adjusted a little bit. I think we can just pull this back a little bit and then just adjust it in the back. And we've got 2 shanks on one side, and we've got 1 on the other. And that's exactly what I was aiming for, is to have the 2 on the one and the 1 on the other.
It is exquisite, Trey.
Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and render this and see what it looks like on a hand. Hopefully it doesn't disappear into our flesh.
Into our flesh, you're killing me.
And I think I'd rather have it flip the other way now that I'm seeing that. And my mom and I used to have a discussion as to which way we thought certain rings should be worn.
That's right.
She would have definitely said this ring needs to go the opposite direction.
So pointing out?
Yes.
Mom would say pointing out.
100%. 100%. Because if I feel strongly about it going this direction, I can guarantee there's 100% chance she would wish it was going the other. So Mother, I'm sorry, I disagree with you. And you can't
She knew.
Can't say anything about it. No, I'm just joking. She knew. Yes, she knew. We kind of laughed about it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a matter of taste.
It is.
Simple.
But what's so neat is, like, when I see certain rings, I'm like, yes, Mom, I know you'd have it the other way.
And Nancy Long says, really different, lovely design. And
Oh.
I agree.
Thank you so much. This one I did find online, and then I duplicated it. And that is something that if you see something, you see maybe a movie star wearing a piece, because this is very similar to a ring that a movie star had gotten engaged with. And
is it J-Lo?
No,
No.
she got engaged. What did she get engaged with? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I'll go look.
I obviously looked at it. I just don't recall. And I don't know who it was, but somebody got married. Oh, her brother was on Big Brother years ago.
Brother was on Big. Oh, her brother was on Big Brother. A show that I loved years ago.
Oh, she's so popular. Okay.
Oh, Ariana Grande.
Yes, I believe Ariana Grande had I think it was her, but it might have been somebody else now that I'm thinking about it. It had a big pearl and a marquee diamond or a pear-shaped diamond together.
I believe that you are right, Trey.
I just don't remember which person it was, but I loved it. And I thought it was because of her grandfather or grandmother that she got the pearl. And I thought that is an amazing, amazing piece.
Yes,
I just
you know
loved
what?
it.
It's really neat that you that you thought of that, because this is it's very much like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I really, when I saw it, I'm like, I love how different it is. So let's kind of reenact the one I'm thinking about. So let's take the hand away.
And by the way, I'm going to bring that up so people can see.
Now this one's completely out
Oh,
of my memory. So
all right, are you ready?
yeah.
What's completely out of your memory? I'm sorry.
The
What
one
you're
with the
gonna do
pearl.
next?
Yeah, the one
Okay.
I was going to do next, but bring it up.
Okay, very good. I will. This and one of the things that makes me that I think of exactly when like right when I saw it was I didn't realize she had so many hand tattoos, which is what you're going to
Oh, okay. Wonderful. So I'm going to go over so I can see that.
Okay, so this is the ring that Tracy was inspired by.
Oh my gosh, it's so different than what I was thinking.
I want to say this is a really huge picture of it. But
Yeah.
it's an amazing, I remember so clearly, and we're going to put that away. I remember so clearly that we, when she got that, and we were like, what? She got a pearl and it's like so asymmetrical?
Yeah.
But it was, she's a forward thinker, and this is a wonderful ring, Trey.
Yes. So I'm going back to the one we had. Unfortunately, because it's not saved, I can't go back to it. Yes, I'm going to save you in a temporary file.
And Terry said, Terry also knew that it was Ariana Grande. And I thank you for showing me how to spell it, Terry, because even Google could not come up with how I spelled.
Oh,
Ariana.
really? That is so interesting. Okay, so one last try at another ring tonight.
Yes.
So we're going to go in. It might have some tilts to this band. Looking at it right here, I can't quite tell. So I'm going to go and bring the same one we started with out. But let's go ahead and do this neat ring. I just was so inspired by her having this ring with it being, and I have to read it again. It's been what, a year and a half or so since she got engaged.
Oh my gosh, right?
And why she had the pearl, but I think it was because of her grandfather or her grandmother. And I really thought that was so sweet. So
they're very family. I don't really know much about them, obviously, because of my age, but they're very family oriented.
Oh, that's really nice. And it just goes to show if you're a celebrity, you're still gonna have all those same desires that everybody has to remember their parents and grandparents and things. Okay, bringing in a diamond, which we will turn into being oval, just like hers. This is exciting. I kind of always wanted to make this ring, so this is fun to be able to make it with all of you.
Oh, how neat.
And we're just bringing it in. It's pretty large. I'm going to say it's probably a 3 carat. Can I guess what a 3 carat is? Well, I'm going to guess it's
oval?
about.
All right.
Oh yeah, on an oval.
That's a little more difficult.
It is. Let's say it's a 9. Well, what were we at? Here, let's do this. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Okay, so let's say it's an 11 by 7. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh, it's a 2 carat. Boy, I'm way off.
Do you want me to look it up?
No.
Okay.
13 by 9.
Yeah, 3 carat oval is not something we deal with on a regular basis.
Well, we've got a 4 carat going on here.
All right. I don't see a problem.
I don't either. It could even very well be a 4 carat. So let's take that down in height some.
And did you use the same one that you love so much with that curvature?
It honestly looks like that's the one they used, very similar to that.
And your inspiration ring?
Mm-hmm. And we are going to go ahead and rotate this a little bit. Let's move it to the top before we start. Oh my goodness. Why did that scare me so bad?
Well, because it's so quiet and you're moving. Tricks. Goodness.
My dear Trixie, you did scare me tonight.
Okay, come on, let's get a treat. She came right over here like, I stopped barking. Give me my treat. There you go, girl. And everyone knows what your treat is.
That's right.
Here you go, good girl.
Okay, so let's move that to the side. Oh, I just turned it to stone.
Oh, again, 2 times this evening?
Yeah. Here we go. Let's try not to do it again. Okay, and let's bring a pearl in. And you all know what I have to use for a pearl. One day, maybe the company will provide me with a pearl to work with. But
Speaking of turning something to metal.
yes, so we will be using a metal pearl. And where is my metal pearls?
Oh, they took them out.
Where's my balls here?
Come on now, that's shape.
Where is my beads? There it is, right in front of me.
Whew.
So I just have to use a bead. And let's turn this so we can bring it to the top. And bring it over. She probably has a small South Seas pearl there is what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking you're correct.
Let's see, we're at a 5 millimeter. Let's go more to a bigger one. Let's see. An 8 millimeter, that's a good size. I think that's a little large though. Let's go down a little bit.
It's funny, it looks like you're putting like a piece of shot.
Yes, it does. So about a 6.5. Let's use artistic license and turn that pink. So at least it's a pink pearl.
I love that.
Yeah, so we're going to have that be a pink
idea.
pearl. Instead of a white pearl, because our program will not allow us to have a pearl.
That is so crazy, isn't it?
Isn't it though? Let's turn this a little bit so that we can move it in the direction we want. There we go. And so now we're thinking that's a pink pearl and a diamond. And it's a pretty combination, completely different than anything I'm sure any of you have ever, decided to wear.
That's right, because, not all of us are Ariana Grande.
No.
Oops, sorry.
That's
Pardon me.
okay.
Come on. All right, here we go.
Okay. And I'd like
That is beautiful.
And I'd like to see that on a hand.
And of course, her hands are incredibly tiny too. Just
Oh, I bet.
FYI, making that diamond look even bigger.
Yeah. So actually, the diamond and the pearl could all be smaller than if her hand is smaller. Oops, I removed it after I did all that. Sorry about that, everyone.
That's all right. We'll go back. You want to do it
Okay,
again.
so I thought I could move that. Well, let's flip it because I think I'm going to need to. Yeah.
Oh, it is super pretty, Trey.
Thank you. And I did not, I was not the designer of this one, but I certainly was able to put one very similarly together.
And also, you loved this design. Now, did you render this yet?
I did.
Okay.
But not
Then
on
I
her
must
hand. Not on her hand. Now I've gone ahead and put a yellow. Hey, well, let's see. If we do pink, everything's going to look the same. Yeah, so let's go ahead and render it in the yellow. Oh, if we were rich, we
Why
could have
not?
a yellow diamond.
Love it.
You could do a yellow sapphire. I don't know if there's how big yellow sapphires get.
Oh, that's a good question.
It's completely different. And
I don't know how I feel about that.
About this design?
About the yellow in there.
Well, let's remove it then.
Well, see, we're going to remove it because we don't want you to be.
Oh my goodness, I just moved that over. Interesting. I thought the color would remove, but it did not. This removed. So let's pull this back up where it was. I think right about there. And let's go in here and change the color back to a white stone.
Oh, Gail said a black pearl next to the diamond would also be pretty.
It would be gorgeous. I don't have the ability to do it. The only thing I could turn it to is a white and see what that would look like. I think that's gonna, yeah. So now we can say we have a gray pearl.
It does look like that dove gray color.
Yeah. So now we can say we have a gray pearl next to it.
That is so pretty, Trey.
Yeah, it was just fun. I thought it would be fun to do something asymmetrical tonight and to be able to show. I mean, you might have pearls around that you want to use, some family pearl,
That's
and
absolutely right.
and other stones, and you could bring them in. We could measure them. We can do them on the counter sketch and see what you think. Might decide to do it and then save it for another time. Not have to get it made right then, but we can save it right in the machine that you can have done at a later date.
That's also nice. Yes. We actually had 3 sisters who made 3 different pieces of jewelry.
I love them.
I know you did. That was a very special project. And they all came in and decided what they wanted together, but then they each wanted it slightly different, right?
Right. They used their mom's ring and they made 3 different pieces of jewelry out of it.
At 3 different times, because each one, had to do it as they could do it.
Right. But they all came in at once and I did preliminary designs for each of them.
Correct.
And then they had to think about it and make sure that's what they wanted. So yes, that was really special. It was so nice to work with 3 sisters.
Yes.
And to think we got them their preliminary designs all done on counter sketch in, I believe, like an hour and a half. They were very
easy to work with.
Right.
They had an idea.
Right. And they were helpful sisters instead of sometimes friends or sisters might want to make sure they're really concerned that the other person that's getting the work done is doing what they'll be happy with. And sometimes that is a little distracting, but they were real helpers.
That is so nice. I'm so glad you had that experience. And they did too. It was really lovely. So, okay, Trey.
Okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and.
If we don't turn her off, she's going to. Oh, hold on.
There we go.
And do that, and then we can
share. Stop sharing. I don't know how to do that.
Well,
I do, but I don't know how to do it right this minute for some reason.
You have been at the store all day.
Yes, I got there at 8 this morning.
That is correct.
And yesterday, and I'm going to be there tomorrow at 8.
I don't know what to say about that, but in any case.
I will be happy for Saturday. Then I don't have to be there till 9.
That's, oh my gosh, Trey. Okay.
But we have a fun project that's going to be coming up, which we're not going to say anything about, but that's one of the reasons I've been putting some extra time in. So
that's right. Okay, so a reminder that on Tuesday we will once again have our weekly 1-hour live jewelry sale, and that will be Tuesday, August 2nd, starting at 12 noon and ending at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And during that 1 hour, someone will also win this $500 diamond and gold pendant, absolutely free. And it is exactly that pendant that you see up there. It's super pretty. So I hope you will have lunch with us this upcoming Tuesday, excuse me, starting at 12 noon. Excuse me. And then on Wednesday, we will once again have our weekly live online fine jewelry sale. And someone will win these $500 diamond and rose gold earrings. And they are so beautiful. So beautiful. And later down the line, 6 weeks or 2 months from now, we'll have another pair to give away, which happens very rarely. Excuse me. So that's exciting too. So someone will win these as well. I swear I have not been drinking, as well as seeing a lot of wonderful jewelry that is all on sale that evening. And then a week from tonight, Tracy will be again doing a live custom jewelry design along, and she will be designing another piece of jewelry or more than one piece of jewelry while we watch. And that is August 4th, Thursday at 7 p.m. Okay, let us go back to up here. It's a good thing we're almost out of time, since I think I ended last week's with the hiccups, and now I've got a frog in my throat. I'm a mess. So we do have a winner for tonight's grand prize, the $100 sterling necklace that we showed a few minutes ago. And the winner is Cindy Warford. Cindy, congratulations. A round of applause for you. And so, as you well know, all you need to do is stop by the store anytime after 11 o'clock tomorrow morning and pick up your prize. And we always enjoy seeing you. So that will be delightful. And you don't have to come tomorrow. You can come at your convenience. I should say that too.
And remember, even though I said I'll be there on Saturday, we are not open for business on Saturday.
That is correct. We during the summer we are closed on Saturdays because it's very quiet there. People are apparently doing other things besides visiting us on Saturdays in the summertime. So, and Cindy said, "Thank you. I'm so excited."
Oh, great!
She'll love that.
It's a pretty piece.
It is. So I want to take a moment to tell you all how much we appreciate you. We thank you for being a part of this with us, for making this possible. And we have such a fun time interacting with you on here. And Tracy and I get to hang out together, which is lovely, and call it work. And so thank you for supporting small businesses like ours. And we do not take you for granted. We are so appreciative for your help and your attention to us. And so until we see you either next Tuesday at 12 noon for our lunchtime 1 hour jewelry show, or if we see you in the store tomorrow starting at 10 a.m., we remind you to stay sparkly, everyone.
Bye-bye.